Right now at the state level, and this can obviously add levels of work and complexity because if you're a business that's working in multiple states, now you're not only just filing the standard federal taxes, but you're filing taxes with every single state. So things to think about and to know is at the state level, we're really close to the same rules that the federal level has. There's only a couple of different nuances. I will say that when it comes to, just like we talked about in the federal, is if you have money that you owe the state's also going to charge you. So that's something definitely to consider, that if you just go through the entire year without paying anybody, now you're looking at interest at the federal level, you're looking at interest from the state level. Now, let's say that you know that you definitely paid all the state, but you may owe a little bit in the federal, you're only of course going to pay for the federal. But it is important to understand that if you pay nothing, you're going to get hit with interest and penalties by both the state and the federal. So it's really close to the same, near universal system with almost every state. It makes sense. If you owe the government money, the government's going to charge you for it. A couple of different things is that most states, if you file the extension with the federal extension, then the state will automatic. Another thing, like some actually request no additional form. So you're dealing with all these different states. Some maybe require a payment, meaning that in order to get the extension, you have to file the extension with a payment. These are all just things to think about. But I mean, obviously with companies are doing business with multiple states, you just have to understand what the state rules are. But the important thing is if you understand what the federal rules are, you're ready about 80 to 90% of the way there. But like I mentioned before, making sure you're at least doing the right amount of estimates can really be valuable for both your state taxes and your federal taxes, and not really ramp up on that extra interest.